welcome to episode 33 of They Call Us Journeymen here on YouTube. We've finally got a new club. After the disappointment with Chelmsford and being unemployed for quite a while, we've taken over a team in the middle of the season, really. I think it's just turned December. Excitingly, they play in red and white stripes, so I believe this is the club where we're going to turn it around. We're still in the Vanarama National North. Obviously, we really like it here, despite its lack of success. And we're going to prove that we can get out of this league, hopefully, with this team. Let's see how we get on. And here we are then, ladies and gents. So, we have been hired as the Altringham manager. Altringham have today confirmed the appointment of Lewis Crutchley as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football when the appointment of the 30-year-old, who has recently spent time away from club football. And he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Moss Lane, as I've replaced Jason Shackle. Apparently I've got a reputation for a high-tempo pressing game, which is a great fit for the club's vision. We're not going to mention the Peterborough Sports FA Cup exit because it weren't very relevant, really. Altringham even have been disappointing in the Vanarama National League North so far and find themselves in 21st place. We're used to being down here. Now, hopefully this should be an opportunity to prove that we've learned from last season. We've no assistant manager, we've no director of football. Assistant manager's a bit of a funny one because I would have liked that. Sam Griffiths is happy to introduce us and etc, etc. Bit of club background on Altrincham, so semi-professional English League club, playing in the National North, suffered relegation from the Vanarama National last season and will need to adjust to life in the Vanarama National North. I didn't know that. So these are a team that's come down and have massively underperformed. We play at Moss Lane, which possesses average training facilities and poor youth facilities, but the club has exceptional academy coaching, so that's a good sign. Best spell in the 1980s. The Robins are a club with growing history. Altrincham have won the English 50 in 1980-81. But more recently, they finished as runners-up in the English 60 for the only time in 2022. So, really, a team that's been massively underperforming. Apparently, they like playing a diamond, which, to be fair, we did quite well with a diamond towards the end of last season. So, we'll have a look at that. In terms of the club vision, play defensively solid football. Trust me, I'm going to work so hard on these tactics. It's not going to be no plug in and play tactics. I'm going to work on this. Defensive football, possession football, make the most of set pieces, and high tempo pressing football. So there's a bit of a conflict there, isn't there? Maybe. Work within wage budget. We should be able to do that. Mid-table they won, which really for a team that was expected to finish 5th shouldn't be too difficult. But we had about 7 or 8 interviews, but this were the one that actually offered us the job. And really, if we have a look at it, competition-wise, Jake Kenyon's as captain of the club, but we're 21st in the Vanarama National League North. Just above Spennymoor, who rejected us for an interview, and Geisley are also down there. Scouting for goals, bless them, are still in the playoffs. Matt Gray is still their manager. Tariq Himes and Jamal Ingram's still there, which is an interesting one. But it looks like Lewis Crutchley Jr. has left. First thing I'd like to do before we get stuck into Altrincham is have a look at the players around. Bearing in mind we're in the 2nd of December 2023 now, so just coming into the winter period. Let's have a look first of all at Joe Flanagan. Joe Flanagan's still at Middlesbrough. Played 17 games so far this season. Are Middlesbrough still in the Championship? They are. They're still 18th in the Championship. Seems to be performing quite well. Can't grumble at that. Nick Austin. Now, Nick Austin were doing really well at Doncaster, and has therefore got a move to Shrewsbury. And Shrewsbury are in the Championship, so Nick made a move for £1 million from Doncaster to Shrewsbury, and he's performing well again in the league. 6.81, scored a single goal this season and doing quite well. Andrew Crutchley, let's have a look what's happening to him. if I can spell his name right, C-A-U-T-C-H-L-E-Y. Andrew Crutchley's crossed the border and gone to Scottish football. On loan from Middlesbrough, it must be said. He's playing at Dundee United. And he's playing an integral part, really. 13 games. Done well in the Cup. Done really well in the Cup. 7.54. Looks like he's doing really well. So he's enjoying his time north of the border. And then finally, my sort of junior player, shall we say, has ended up at Salford. So he's having not as good a time. But they're in League One. He's playing well in the FA Cup and doing rather well. So let's first of all have a look. What should we have a look at first? We'll have a look at the squad, shall we? Well, it's a big squad. Semi-pro, I assume. We're semi-pro. Let me just check. Yeah, we are semi-pro. So we've got some players on full-time wages, some not. Obviously, we were predicted to finish, as it said, predicted to finish 5th. But God, look at the training ratings. Look at the state of that. And average ratings, looks like Ali Rejbar, winger, German winger, he looks like a bit of a talent. What else have we got of any note? Just a quick brief. Will Evans, centre half, 6'2", looks like a good player. And have we got, what was his captain? Jake Kenyon's his captain, we said. James Jones. Right, so we've got a bit to be going on. So I'm going to have a good look around and meet the media and do all that sort of stuff. And then I'll come back and basically tell you about everything that I found out. Exciting times ahead. So, as we ain't got much time really, as first game in charge is going to be against Guiseley on practically the same day we got appointed. So, let's just have a quick run through of things. Team squad depth, all positions I put on. We're clearly very strong on this right on those wings, so we're going to play with wingers, and we've got a decent front two. This lad's actually 18 years old from Australia, so 5'6". I've got a lot of hope for him. And Divin Banningham. He's not looking a bad player either. We've got options up front. Central midfield, we're also strong. I think Ramshaw's injured for this game, but a deep line playmaker, he's going to come in handy. Isaiah Cornet, he's looking a decent player. 21 years old, French player, 6 foot, tries tricks. He's going to come in handy. And I think the other player that's starting is Hodnett, 6'1", 20-year-old English midfielder. So we're looking pretty good. Centre halves we're a bit light in areas. Let's not lie. Will Evans, I'm looking forward to seeing more of. No nonsense centre half. And this guy, Ivan Gums, 5'10". I don't think he's in the squad for this game. He's on the bench. Look, he should be in the team. So he's going to play instead of Ray. We're basically going to be playing, I've set this up, so higher tempo, we're going to play wider, try and get it out to these guys, distributing it to flanks. There's going to be no playing it out from the back. I'm going to leave this a little bit just to see what happens. It's pretty basic, and I'm going to try and keep it basic as much as I possibly can, especially in these first few games. Like I said, we are 21st, we're not a million miles away, a few wins and we'll be right up there, so hopefully we can start off pretty well here. And hopefully that new manager bounce will help as well. Guiseley are evens for this game. And I'm hoping that we're going to be able to perform here. My only problem I've got is, it's a shame he can't do what else. Maybe players are pressing forward on support. No, I think... what is he good at? Let's have a look at him. Nick Green. So this lad's got a bit. He's 3-star potential now. So he's operating at Vanarama National North level, and he's obviously going to be a player in future. Likes to run with the ball. Likes ball played into feet. I mean, really, he's got the attributes to be a deep line player, hasn't he? Apart from the strength, he's got it all in that respect. Let's try it. Yeah, I think Nick Green in that situation should be okay. So we'll go for that. So as first team of the season, he's going to be Winterbottom in goal. Winterbottom, I believe, wants to leave the club after it's been relegated, but he's going to start in goal for us. It's going to be a back four of Connolly, Gums, Evans, and Kenyon. So Joel Connolly, right back, 3-star current, 4-star potential. Gums is also 26-year-old. We've got a good couple of centre halves here. Good pros, you'd have to say. And he's clicking buttons. So Gums is in there with Evans. This guy, I'm putting a lot on this guy, especially at set pieces. I feel he's going to be massively important. So he's playing as a no-nonsense centre half. I'm a bit excited about this kid. He would actually be my captain, but I've kept Kenyon as it just to not rock the boat. Jake Kenyon, wing back on support, which is what we're playing him as. 3.5-star, current 4-star potential. Looks pretty good, to be fair. He's enjoying playing for the club, so pretty happy with him. Hodnett is our central midfielder who is on defence, 6'1", as we mentioned, central midfielder. 2.5-star current, 3.5-star, maybe 4-star potential. 6'1", pace, jumping reach, acceleration, tackling. He's got a lot. I imagine he's going to get about the pitch. Again, only a young lad. Isaiah Cornett, we touched on. Central midfielder on attack. He tries tricks. He's, I suppose, like a Renato Sanchez type of player. Yeah, I did just say that. Bernard Mensah, winger, left-hand side, 5'8", pacey, likes to beat his man repeatedly. I'm excited about him. Pace on that side, along with Ali Rejbar, who is a star player, really, you'd have to say. Likes to play on the right-hand side of midfield, pace, acceleration. He's just an out-and-out winger. We've got two of them, with Green and Banning. I'm going to have to work out how to say this, aren't I? Let's have a look. Banningham. Let's go for Banningham. We'll have that. On the bench, we haven't got a striker on the bench. That's an issue, isn't it? What about this lad here, James Morris? Played 9 times, not scored. Seems to like coming off from the bench, so we'll have him then. Jake Morris. So like I say, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. And hopefully we're going to get that new manager bounce. That must be said. And get off to a winning start would be nice, wouldn't it? So we've not tried anything too, do you know what I mean? Anything too exciting tactics wise. I'm keeping it simple. I'm consciously keeping it simple. Because I feel that's the best way to do it now. And like I say, we've learnt from his errors, hopefully. So that team talk's done absolutely nothing. These kits are atrocious. We did apply for the Guiseley job and got turned down for it, but Altrincham obviously felt that it was worth taking a chance on us. And it is going to be us to have the first highlight. Cornett whips in, and we go 1-0 up. Ali Rejbar gets his first goal of the season, assisted by Nick Green, but that is a good start for a change. And isn't it nice to be winning games of football? Kenyon throws it in. It's knocked around a bit. Cornett with a nice ball in. Green tried the volley, but Rejbar was there. And that takes us out of the relegation zone. By the way, I've done all the set pieces, attacking and defending. So oh, here we go. Right, so here we go. We're going to concede this one, aren't we? No, we're not, because Winterbottom makes a good save. But that's concerning. I've put a centre-half marking the tall players. I've got others zonally. We've got a mix of both. And hopefully this could be the... It's another cross in. That's a free header, concerningly. We've conceded 2 chances so far. Both have been to set pieces. However, we've got one now. As scouting for goals go 1-0 down. Mensah on the edge of the box. Strikes it. Oh, and it's just wide. And what we'll do in tomorrow's video is we'll just have a little look round Altringham and the ground and a bit of history and things like that as well. But it's not been a bad start, you'd have to say. Hodnett's not having a very good game in the centre of midfield. But you'd have to say that I'm happy with that so far. Why is Hodnett having a bad game? What's upsetting him? And what else have we got on the bench? We've got a defensive midfielder there, 6'2" Meyer, who could possibly come on and drop into this sort of position if we need to. But as always, we'll give it 10 minutes. Cornet now with the free kick, whips in, it's into Green, can't get there. That is one of his set pieces though, to whip it to the back post. Green crosses back in, oh, and he's offside. He didn't look it. And Ali Rejba gets the second, but it is disallowed. Oh, and it's tight. It's really tight. But you'd have to say we do look a decent side here, despite having only the one shot on target. I'm actually tempted to go cautious. Just to sort of hold on to what we've got a little bit. Kenyon into Cornet, back to Kenyon. Kenyon just takes his time in looking forward. It's up to Mensah. Mensah now likes to run at the back four, as we know. Cornet's already looking a player that I'd like. Mensah nods back to Cornet, back to Mensah, exchanging passes. Cornet again into Hodnett. Hodnett, Rejba. Hodnett again. Gums knocks it forward. Cornet picks it up. Mensah. These two like playing on the same side as each other, don't they? But Cornet's lost it there. And now we've got some defending to do. And Cornet does some defending, but it's fell to their winger, who's hit it from range. But again, it's gone wide of the far post, and that's not too concerning. Cornet, both central midfielders are struggling here. So I think we're going to make changes. Meyer's going to come on for him and come on as a ball-winning midfielder, I believe, on defend. Cornet's struggling though, and we haven't really got anybody to come on for him. So he's just going to have to stick it out, I think. James Morris as a striker. Right, okay, so we're going to have to do that. And just hopefully just hold on and get a 1-0 win. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Anybody else having a particularly bad game? Not at the moment. We've got a free kick against us. It's knocked in long. And it's disallowed. Obviously that were quite a good line. And fitness is unbelievable. Fitness is poor. We're really struggling here late in game. I think possibly Mensah off for Mooney. That seems a fair substitution. What's he about? Dan Mooney, left winger, Welsh winger, 5'11". That's like for like, really. And then maybe just one at strikers. I mean, Nick Green looks knackered. So James Morris, 5'11", likes to come on as sub. Will come on as sub here for Nick Green. And likes to play as a pressing forward. So that's all good as well. So hopefully there's not going to be any heartbreak here. I've said it now, haven't I? I've said it now, haven't I? Can we defend this properly? Struck from distance, but it's wide. And to be fair, it's been a lot of strikes from distance, actually. As we tick past the 94th minute, and surely, referee, that is it. So, it's a winning start to life at Altringham, which we can be happy with. That was really special, lads. Everybody's delighted. That'll be a nice morale booster. We've also got Steve McNulty coming in, the legend himself, as assistant manager. So we're pretty happy with that start, and that takes us up to... Where's that take us up to? That takes us up to 18th, so a positive start, and we'll see what we can do with Altringham this season. Second half of the season to go. Who knows? If you have enjoyed that, please do leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. See you later.